Okay, hi everyone. So am I audible, guys? Hello. Are you getting my voice, guys? Okay, great. Okay, so welcome everyone to the first session of our SD-WAN class. Okay, so this will be the free for all session. So I'm the instructor of the course. My name is Shank, and I am triple CCI certified, having CCI in routing, switching, service provider, data centers, and also the CCDE qualification written. I'm having a total experience of around 15 years and working in all the organizations, whether enterprise company, service provider. Okay, so roles I worked on is starting from network engineer up to the solution architect, okay, cloud consultant. And I almost work in all the technologies in routing, switching, service provider, data center, like your BGP, L2, MPLS, L3 protocols, ACI, SD-WAN, VXLAN, and F5 vBlock all. So that's all about me, guys. So I want 4-5 people from your side to be introduce yourself. Okay, so what I need is your name, your location, your current role and responsibilities with years of experience, and most important is what is your expectation from this course. Okay, so anyone 4-5 people can unmute yourself and please provide your intro. Thank you. Are you able to unmute yourself, guys? You can unmute yourself. Backend, can you please provide the access to unmute? Just a second, guys. Backend is checking. Okay, so now,
Hi,
you, yeah, hi, Mohammed.
how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Hi, everyone. I don't know who is in the session. I'm not able also to see the people.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay, so
anyhow,
guys,
hi to everyone.
mhm.
My name is Muhammad. My location, I'm working in Riyadh right now. Network security. I
Mm-hmm.
work in firewalls mainly. My expectation from this course is to learn more in Cisco security so I can prepare myself to go for the lab exam in security, CCIE security.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm expecting to learn more in ICE and uh, ICE is the issue. Like is more the is a most difficult part for in my case for me.
Okay,
So
so Mohammed, actually, this is the class for the SD-WAN technology security. We are taking it after this class.
okay,
But
no issues.
anyways, no
I
issues. You
all
can,
yeah.
yes, you
I
can join it.
also
No issues.
yeah. I put myself in the technology because now we are as we are firewall guys. We need to configure SD-WAN in like from
Mm-hmm.
our side. So we'll have multiple links. Most of the jobs I got, it is already configured. I don't know how it works, but
Right.
I will be like one of the team member, which I will just give access policies, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
that part. And I went to some interviews. They asked me this like question about SD-WAN, and I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know, like I couldn't answer. That's why I have also applied to join this course, and I didn't join from the beginning. That's why I didn't know that like you are the instructor for the SD-WAN. But anyhow, I'm happy to join your SD-WAN. No issue. It's good. I wanted to learn this.
Okay, great.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Mohammed.
Yeah, hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. My name is Ojo Tokwe from Nigeria. I have 10 years experience as an IP engineer in telco. And my expectation for this course is to be able to appreciate the value of SD-WAN in enterprise environment and appreciate it as it relates to cloud technologies. Thank you.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Yeah, Furkan. So Dhananjay, Furkan, Muhammad, Imran, you can unmute yourself. Deepu, you can unmute yourself.
Right. Thank you.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Hi, Deepu.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, thanks for giving me an opportunity to introduce myself. I'm basically in Singapore now. I'm actually looking forward to join this course because I'm looking for the new technologies emerging over SD-WAN and over the ICT, environment. So the possible way that I'm looking forward to have a good technical knowledge between these technologies and also that's the reason I joined this introduction session, possibly by SD-WAN and other technology like over the security, as Mohammed said. So I'm looking for something in between that, because this is exactly the pioneering over the industry now. So that's exactly I'm looking for to get into the the career as well. So that's the reason I joined this introduction section. So I believe this would be a good course for me to start off with. I do have experience of service provider and enterprise level, and also security and all this for more than 16 years now. So thanks for giving me an opportunity to join this session, and I believe I'll get a good content over this technology through this lesson. Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Great, Deepu. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, actually, I am Imran here. So, actually, I'm new for this SD-WAN before my experience in routing and switching and security. But right now, as this is new technology, so I just want to learn even from scratch. I don't know about anything about SD-WAN, so I want to join this session, and from end to end, I will be part of this session. Thank you.
Okay, great. Welcome, Imran. Yes, Dhananjay, you can unmute. Furkan, you can unmute. Imran Sheikh, you can unmute yourself. Deepu, you can mute yourself.
Sorry about that.
Thank you. Yeah, hi, Sheikh. Hi, man.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Yes, I am from Aurangabad. Hello.
Yeah, hi. I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah, I am from India, from Aurangabad, and I want to learn to this SD-WAN because I am last 8 years of working in system and network admin, and I want to learn in SD-WAN and I want to work in SD-WAN devices.
Okay, great. Welcome, Imran. Yes, hi, Ali.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
Yes. Hey, well, good morning over here where I'm in the United States, Northern Virginia, near the capital, looking to join this course because I'm a 15-year senior network engineer, recent CCIE. I've had my CCIE in routing, switching, or enterprise core for 3 years now. And the companies that I work for are transitioning over to SD-WAN and looking to stay fresh and not become a dinosaur. So I gotta stay afloat and learn SD-WAN so that I could stay fresh.
Yeah, welcome, Ali. No issues. Thank you. Okay, anyone else? All done. Okay.
I just want to ask one query, sir, because you have the better idea because you will be the trainer here. So right now this course will be like some advanced level course, or it will be from scratch like beginners. Honestly speaking, I am like a beginner. I'm not like advanced level.
Yes. So it's gonna be starting. So I'm gonna start from the scratch. This is not the advanced. I'm gonna start from the very basic level and we'll go up to the advanced level. Okay.
Yes.
So everything which is there in the SD-WAN, I'm gonna cover it up. Okay, guys. Yeah. So let me tell you the flow of this today class. Okay, so we have done the introduction with each other. Now I'm gonna explain you about the course content in just 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, what we're gonna cover, what we're not gonna cover, what we're gonna provide you, how you can access the labs, what is our labs. Okay, all that stuff. And then I'm gonna start with the introduction of SD-WAN. Okay, for today. And this is not, you can say, like a demo. It is a regular class that I am taking. Okay, and after that, in the last 15 to 20 minutes, we're gonna have a Q&A where you can ask your questions. Okay, and I'm gonna answer your all the questions. Okay, so let me start with what. So this is our website. I hope everyone is able to see my screen, right? So you can type it in the chat. Okay, or if you want to speak also, you can speak. So this is our website, networkjourney.com. You can go to this page to get the course content. So this is the Cisco SD-WAN 300415 ENSTWI paper. Okay, so this is one of the consultation exam in the Cisco CCNP syllabus. Okay, so let me show you quickly where you will find it. So if you want to do the Cisco CCNP Enterprise, okay, so this is what I'm telling you certification wise. So you will have one mandatory exam, which is an core exam, okay, that you need to give. And there is one consultation exam, which is implementing Cisco SD-WAN solution. Okay, so this is the thing, the exam. So we took the syllabus from this one. We are doing the complete syllabus of this one. Okay, which is 300-1415 ENSTWI. And believe me, guys, this is even having more syllabus than any other CCI topic of SD-WAN. Okay, so if you see the CCI topic of SD-WAN, that is only 20%, but here we are gonna cover it 100% what is there in the blueprint. Okay, so this is gonna be our lab topology. Okay, so we're gonna talk about controllers today. So SD-WAN is a solution which is based on the SDN solution, and SDN solutions are having controllers to control the environment. Okay, so on the left side we will have a HQ side, which is headquarter side, where we are hosting all the controllers and all. Okay, then we have different sites all over the place. Okay, and then in the middle we will have a service providers connectivity. Okay, so MPLS connectivity, internet connectivity, 4G LTE connectivity. You guys don't need to have any if you have the knowledge of service provider, that's it good. Even if you not have it, so there is no prerequisite for having any service provider knowledge. Okay, I'm gonna take everything from scratch. And the main thing for SD-WAN is service provider is only needed for connectivity. Okay, whatever the things we're gonna do it on our HQ sites or our different sites. Okay. So this is our complete connectivity. We will have ASA or all that stuff. Okay, cloud and all. Okay, so this is the course content. If you see, we start with the architecture, the controller deployment. Okay, so different controllers that we are having in the Azure. So first of all, we're going to talk about the architecture. Okay, so theory part. So that some of the topics I'm going to take it today itself. Okay, then we're going to see how we're going to deploy the controllers, how we're going to deploy our edge routers in SD-WAN, how we're going to configure policies in SD-WAN, how we're going to configure security and quality of services, your management options. Okay, so this is, and then we will have a complete lab workbook. Okay, which where we have a lot of tasks. Okay, so even let me see if it is having all the tasks. So right now it is even not having the full one. So we will have up to task 40. Okay, so let me show you the workbook. Okay, so this is gonna be our workbook in the PDF format, which will have all the tasks starting from scratch to the advanced level. Let me open the first one. So it is, we have divided it into 10 different versions, starting from the very basic one to the advanced one. Okay. So like, for example, the first one is to initial configuration of your provider network. Okay. Abdul, can you please put me your mic on mute? Abdul Karim. Okay. So first lab one is going to be provide the configuration of our provider network. Then how we going to initialize our controller. So very basic step-by-step process. We're going to cover it up. Okay. You will got the initial configuration. You will get the initial configuration in Notepad that we need to give it on all the routers. Okay. So initial configuration has no, like it is not having advanced configuration. That's the IP addresses that we need to give it on the interfaces. Okay. And some very basic commands. Okay. Then we're going to start with the initializations of our controllers. Okay, so everything is present step by step. Okay, and as we progress, we're going to go from the basic level to the advanced level, where we will have all the screenshots available. Okay, step by step, that how you're going to configure a particular task. Okay, so the flow of the lab is I'm going to do the lab, and then you guys can do it by your own. Okay, then how the ping trace routes, how the traffic is going from one network to another or from one service provider or like that.
So one
So
question
this
here.
is, yes.
So is it possible to set up this lab on our laptops, our PCs, our
No,
server?
so there are two issues that you will find. First of all is it is having a very high requirement. Okay, around you need 32 GB of RAM and around 16 core of processor. Okay, first thing. Although if you have a server which is having these requirements, then you can set it up. Okay, we can give you the network topology. Okay, but we cannot provide you any license related to SD-WAN. Okay, so we not, as a network journey, and even me will not provide any type of licenses. So if you can arrange the license from yourself, by yourself, like by Cisco portal, you will have, if you have a smart account with them and a valid contract, you can download it. Okay, then you can do it on your site.
Is it possible to download a demo license for like 2 months like this one?
So there is no demo license for SD-WAN. Okay, from Cisco. So it is not like your F5 and Palo Alto. So there is no demo license I aware of. Okay. So also, so we will have a complete dedicated lab for every student who gonna join this batch. Okay, so you will get a complete instance. Okay, so it is not a shared instance. The complete instance you will get it, and you will get unlimited lab access till the course end. And if you left with some of the labs, we will give you extension as well. Okay, so that you can complete the labs at any time of your choice. So there is no restriction from our side. Also, we will have a dedicated lab instructor to help you in case if you're not able to access any node or any issue you are getting. Okay. Okay, guys. So this is related to workbook and topology. I also shown you initial configurations we're going to provide to you. So dcloud is also, there is no SD-WAN lab, I guess, Mohammed. You can check it out if you have, if it is having it. Okay, so this is the running topology that is running on our server. Okay, so here we have different controllers, and then this is the GUI access of one of the controller. I'm gonna talk about the GUI access in the last, okay, because I need to first tell you what is vmanage and all that, those controllers, and then we're gonna talk about this one. Okay. So let me just share. Okay, guys, so you're able to see my screen, right?
No, not yet.
I can see.
Okay. So I just wrote SD-WAN on the black canvas board. Okay, guys, so let's start with the theory part. Okay, so basic things like from where this SD-WAN comes, why we need it, why we use it. Okay, all that thing. So before we talk about SD-WAN, let's talk about SDN. So what do you understand by SDN, guys?
To control the devices from a central point, like centralized management of device control, like router, switches, firewall, you can centralize manage them like this one by using the software, by using application like this.
So one is a centralized controller. It is having a characteristic where you will have a centralized controller to centralize to manage the devices. Okay. And what is the other main characteristic?
Monitoring, centralized monitoring like this one.
So centralized monitoring is okay.
Like from edge to edge devices, centralized controlling, centralized management to edge devices by using the application like software.
Okay. So the other one is of the characteristic of any of the. So first of all, SDN is the software defined network. Okay. So first condition, it should have a centralized controller. The other main condition is gonna be, it is having a separation of control plane from data plane. Okay. And it should be programmable. That is the third condition. Now, when the SDN comes, they're gonna start giving the solutions, and every company start building the SDN solution. Okay, because any of the company can build the SDN solution. So there are three different areas over which the SDN solution comes. One area is for data center. Another area is for your WAN environment. And the other third area is for branch. Okay, so when we talk about data center, the SDN solution for data center is known as, if we talk about Cisco SDN solution, okay? So every company is having the SDN solution, but here specifically I'm talking about Cisco. So the SDN solution for data center is gonna be ACI, okay? And for WAN environment, it is gonna be Cisco SD-WAN that we are seeing in this course. And for branch, it is gonna be Cisco SD Access. Okay, so then SDN solution needs a controller. So what is the controller for ACI? The controller is known as APIC, Application Policy Interface Controller. For SDN, we will have three controllers. I'm gonna talk about what are these three. So one is vManage, another one is gonna be vSmart, and third one is gonna be vBond. Okay, so these are the three controllers which is gonna manage your SD-WAN solution. And for Cisco SDXs, we will have a controller which is known as DNAC. Okay. So these are the three different areas over which Cisco providing the SDN solution. Okay. So as a part of this course, we're gonna talk about SD-WAN solution. So now, before we dive further, tell me, I have a question like why we use WAN infrastructure. Tell me guys.
For branches to branches and from head office to branches connectivity, we need WAN connections.
Okay.
Yes, to communicate to geographic location which is separated by kilometer or miles.
Right. So you need a WAN to provide a connection between your head office, your data centers, right, with your different branches. So your branches, your remote office. Okay. Your home office. Okay. So tell me guys, what are the ways to connect over WAN? What are the different ways?
Well, you can do DMVPN, you can do MPLS, you can do point-to-point circuits, lease line circuits, fiber, direct fiber from site to site if you want. You can do just a standard VPN tunnel over the internet.
What else?
DMVPN. You can do 4G, like 4G LTE connectivity. I'd say wireless, but I don't know that much about it. Oh, satellite. Oh, well, there you go.
Okay. And WiMAX, if you are saying for wireless. Okay, guys. So first of all, the main point here is your SD-WAN solution is not gonna replace any of these. Okay. So SD-WAN is a technology which is not gonna replace your physical infrastructure or physical connectivity. You need a physical connectivity end to end before you run SD-WAN. Okay. So in other words, I can say SD-WAN is a overlay technology. Okay. And we need underlay to run SD-WAN over top of it. So I hope you guys understand what is overlay and underlay. Do anyone having any issues in this?
So is it best to say that SD-WAN is more of a advanced version of the traditional DMVPN?
Yes, right, exactly. Advanced version of DMVPN and less cumbersome to configure. So now, for example, you are having a headquarter which is connected to two sites, site A, site B. Okay, and it is having two providers. For example, one is over MPLS, over internet. Okay, and your sites are not connected directly, it is connected via HQ. So this is just the example I'm taking. Okay, so here the SD-WAN, what it's gonna do is it's gonna build a tunnel from your headquarter to a particular site. Okay, and another one is from through this one. Okay, and then a direct tunnel it can create over from your headquarter from site A to site B. So your traffic will go from one side to another. Okay, if you have a direct connectivity, it can also build a tunnel directly. Okay, so for example, I have an internet connection here. I can also build a tunnel. So now what are these tunnels? These are gonna be IPsec tunnels. So what do you understand by IPsec, guys?
Yes.
Just tell me. What do you understand by IPsec?
Yeah, so it's with IPsec, it's a point to point it's a point to point connection where you have two phases. You have two phases. You got phase one and phase two, but then you also
Hey,
have
Ali,
the.
can you just tell me the very basic, like what is why we use the IPsec tunnel to provide
Oh yeah, it's
the
to encrypt traffic.
single
Yeah, it's to encrypt traffic
okay,
over the internet. Encrypt traffic over the internet.
encrypt traffic. Yes, so it is gonna to encrypt traffic. Okay, and here the IPsec tunnel you can create it over you can create over MPLS as well. Okay, so over internet over MPLS, any site which you want to connect from SD-WAN to SD-WAN, it gonna create a IPsec tunnel. Now some of the guys thinking like, okay, so it gonna create a IPsec tunnel. So now we need to learn the security things. Okay, although IPsec topic, if you start learning, to be really frank with me, you will take around 2 or 3 days to understand it completely. Okay, but here the thing is, even if you not start learning it or not understanding it, it is pre-built for you guys. Okay, so you not need to do any configuration. Without any configuration, zero configuration. When you start a node and you put it on SD-WAN, okay, it don't need any configuration. Without any configuration, it automatically build IPsec tunnel in the background. Okay, to secure your traffic. So you don't need to have understanding of IPsec, although my recommendation is you can read it about IPsec for 2 3 days so that you will be comfortable through it. But again, if you don't know anything and you are starting with SD-WAN, IPsec is not a showstopper here. Okay, so it's gonna be automatically build the tunnels. So you will have a point-to-point connectivity. You can see it in the show output. Okay. Okay, guys. So first, our main agenda is it is not gonna remove any of these technologies. So do not think like if I do SD-WAN, I should get rid of MPLS or I should get rid of DMVPN or LT4G. Yes, you can get rid, but there is a different way. Okay, so there is one way, one physical way you need. Okay, you should have a end-to-end connectivity. So end-to-end connectivity you need before running SD-WAN. Now it's your choice. If you don't want to run MPLS and you want end-to-end connectivity over internet, you can have it. Okay. So that way you can get rid of MPLS, but it is not like you not use any of the physical medium and then SD-WAN is gonna start exchanging your traffic. Okay. Okay, guys. So now I hope the basic things related to SD-WAN you clear. So now let's understand why we need this solution. Okay. So for understanding that, we need to understand what are our traditional WAN challenges. So tell me, guys, what are the challenges you are getting in traditional WAN, okay, which is not SD-WAN?
Latency, latency, especially with the latest, the new modernized applications, which are, voice and video, that's taking up a lot of bandwidth now, and that's pretty much it. And also some of these WAN technologies are very, very expensive.
Guys, so I need around 10 to 15 reasons. So what else?
If we can about the WAN in perspective of WAN, there are many challenges that we are facing. If we see if we are discussing about SD-WAN, so in that perspective we have a lot of challenges right now. So we have the configuration overhead, a lot of engineers required for configuration, a lot of devices deployment, and we have to configure control plan, different like this one, a lot of things.
What I can understand is configuration overhead, deployment issues, or deployment overhead. What else?
You need more network engineers, more labor. You need more labor. Because it's for that we have 1,000 devices, 1,000 switches, and you need more engineers to go one by one switch and configure there. So definitely you need more engineers for this purpose.
So more workforce. What else?
Another 2 point I just want to add, in traditional enterprise environment, suppose we have two internet link, and we are keeping that in HA. So if the primary goes down, then only the secondary internet link will be utilized. In this SD-WAN case, we can use we can load balance the traffic over.
Do not worry about SD-WAN. Okay, I need a traditional WAN charges. So this is gonna be failover issue.
Yes.
Okay. Failover issue.
Load balancing. Yeah.
Yes. One more challenge is that the resource utilization. With the passage of time, devices are increasing, we need more resource utilization, like CPU, RAM, and hard disk utilization of devices like this one.
Okay. What else?
Power. Maybe the power consumption, electricity power consumption. If this one, if suppose more devices, they need more power. If yes, more power, if they need more processing, more power is one of them.
So let it be more, because power is also needed here. Okay, what else? Think of WAN point of view.
We can control.
Till now we done 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, we can control from single pane of glass, from orchestrator. You can say.
So I can say manageability is the issue.
Yes, yes, yes.
What else? What about scalability? That is also issue. What else, guys?
QoS, you
Yes,
can
yes, yes. Scalability is also the problem. For that, we have 5 branches, and with the passage of time, if branches are increasing, so definitely scalability will be the
Yes.
problem.
Okay. So someone says QoS. QoS to configure and to monitor and to deploy is also issue. What else? Your edge routers are not application aware. So basically it means they are not know what application traffic it is going. Then no one said it, most important issue, which is security. Monitoring is also is issue. If you have a large number of sites, troubleshooting is also an issue, right? Anyone want to add anything? Okay. So guys, we listed some of the issues that we are having in the traditional WAN environment. Okay, so now how SD-WAN is going to solve these? Let's talk about that. First is your latency and slowness issue. So if you are having a latency and slowness issue, okay, in the service provider network, then no one can do anything. Okay, this is the hard truth that I am telling you. Then you need to log a ticket with service provider and then it gonna resolve it. Okay, but here your SD-WAN is gonna save you how? Okay, so you will have a rules, okay, which is also known in SD-WAN as the policies that you can configure. Okay, so you can configure SLAs. And then when any of your SLA breach, okay, so for example, I am having a link which is MPLS link, okay, and I have another link which is internet link, okay, and my internet link, so I have one application, for example, voice or anything, okay, which is going via MPLS link, and it is having a requirement of less than 10 milliseconds. I need a latency, okay. And then if my latency got increased, so automatically shift my traffic towards my internet circuit, okay, which is having the less latency. If you have two internet circuit, whatever you want, you can shift it out. Okay, so these type of rules through SLA you can configure so that automatically it gonna shift your traffic, okay, towards the different circuit which is not that much congested. And as soon as your MPLS latency bring back to the 10 millisecond, it gonna automatically again shift your traffic to the MPLS link. So automatic shifting it can do for you. Okay. But latency is if there is a latency in a particular path, SD-WAN, apart from this, not gonna do anything else. Okay. It also gonna tell you over which point you are having a latency. Okay, so you can log a ticket with the service provider and tell him, okay, this point I am getting that much latency. So every node you will have a graphical picture. I'm going to show you in the dashboard. Okay, later on that you on every node you will find a latency. Okay, so that things it can help you out. This is related to latency and slowness. Related to expensive. So expensive. So now here you will have a choice. Like right now your company is running with MPLS circuit. Okay, from one side to another. Now you will have a choice to make, instead of this MPLS circuit, you can make two internet circuit. Okay, so even the cost of one MPLS circuit, you can buy the two internet circuit or three internet circuit, right? So tell me guys, why we need MPLS? What are the benefits of MPLS as compared to internet?
to
They can
speed up.
guarantee. They can
Speed up.
guarantee. They can guarantee the quality.
Yes, so they are guarantee our to the quality, right? And what else? Another one.
Yes, quality like speed up our like speed up the traffic
So that
because
is
the
what
CM
he is saying. Like, okay, you will have a particular SLA, right? That is the thing. And what is the next issue? So there are two main important things. That's why we use MPLS. So one is your SLA. You will get a guarantee SLA, whatever your service provider is giving to you. What is the other thing?
Oh, the service provider typically manages it for you.
So even if you take the internet circuit, internet provider is going to manage it. So next is the most important is your
uh,
sorry.
by using the
You can apply
MPLS. Actually,
QoS.
the two main benefits we can get from service provider. One is the MPLS VPNs. Okay, that is the service, and second one is the traffic engineering. So these two benefits we can get from if we get the MPLS service.
Okay, so these are I can say advanced benefits when you are missing on the basic. Anyways, VPN we can also create over the internet. Okay, so basically why we create a VPN? Why we need VPN?
For secure communication
So the
among
so the
different branches.
MPLS
Yes.
circuit
So
is
basically,
more secure.
mm, right. So to secure our communication, right? So security is important factor. So here you are getting the inbuilt IPsec tunnel automatically over the internet. Okay. So automatically your traffic is gonna be secure. Okay, which is on the overlay. So this thing you can get it related to SLA that you are getting nowadays. Internet providers are also very good circuits, providing the good circuits, and even they are giving you the SLAs which are even good as your MPLS. And also you have a choice. If you are not getting a particular SLA, you can shift to any other circuit. Okay. So that's the thing. Then the configuration overhead. So configuration. So let me erase this thing so that I can write. So next thing is your configuration overhead. So here you will have a single dashboard, okay, with the one controller which is vManage, which is gonna manage all of your configuration. From this single dashboard, you can open CLI to any of your SD-WAN edge device. Okay, so we're gonna talk about what are SD-WAN edge devices. Okay, so you can configure any of your edge router which is supported SD-WAN. Okay, and you can configure it directly from a single management plane or single pane of glass. Okay, then deployment overhead. So this is the most important advantage in deployment overhead. Okay, so this is I'm gonna cover these 2 points here directly, which is more workflows, more workforce. Okay, more manpower and deployment overhead. So there is a concept in SD-WAN which is known as zero touch provisioning. Okay, so what it gonna do is, so let me tell you the flow. You buy an edge router from Cisco, okay, which is SD-WAN capable. Okay, there are series which can SD-WAN capable only. Okay, whether if it is already in your existing environment, you can upgrade it to the SD-WAN code if you want, or else you can buy the new one. So, for example, we are coming with a new site. Okay, so we need to buy. Brought a SD-WAN router from Cisco. Okay, they're gonna ship it directly to our site. Okay, so everyone knows about Cisco shipping and all that stuff. Okay,
Sir,
then
one question here. So, there is a running equipment, so running devices, so they are not supported
mm,
for the SD-WAN.
so again there are some models which are only gonna be supported. I'm gonna talk about in today's
Okay.
session. Okay, so give me some time. Okay, so you brought a router. Okay, they ship it to your location. Now you need an engineer to do only one thing. And what is that one thing is it needs to you need an engineer to plug it to first of all rack it. Okay, so racking, cabling, and then plug it to your internet circuit. Okay, or whatever is the circuit is coming, whether it is MPLS, internet, any of the physical circuit which is coming to your site. Okay, and then what it gonna do is your vManage is gonna push the configuration automatically to that device. Okay, so you don't need an engineer to configure that device. Okay, and that configuration is, you know how much time it's gonna take? It's gonna take 1 or 2 seconds to push the whole configuration. Even you can make the configuration before your device come online. You can make the configuration, you can save it, and then it's gonna automatically push it. And now you're gonna think, if like I am having 10,000 sites, so I need to make 10,000 configuration. So there is a power of SD-WAN, which is they're gonna use something which is known as templates. So you can create a predefined templates with variables in it, and then you reuse these templates. So you don't need to do the same repeated configuration everywhere. It is just like the IPs, only you need to just change it as a variable in the template, and it is automatically gonna push to your devices, okay, which is gonna plug it. So as soon as it's gonna plug it, so how it gonna do? So there is a complete, I'm gonna take the class where we're gonna explain the process. Okay, it's gonna take the DNS, and then from the DSCP it goes to Cisco. From there it's gonna detect your controller. So there is a whole process behind it. Okay, but the gist is it's gonna take your configuration automatically. So what you need a L1 engineer, okay, or a physical touch support only. You don't need L2 or L3 engineer on your site, and your device is up within 1 or 2 seconds after plugging the internet or cable, whatever it is. Okay, if you push the wrong configuration, you will have the option to correct it. If your device goes out of the network, automatically it can roll back to the default configuration as well. Okay, so
So
there are a lot of options.
one question from my side. So when you gonna connect your laptop or sorry device on the cables, so how it will reachable to your internet? How it get
So again,
yeah.
oh yes, so that is a complete process which I'm gonna tell you. Okay, because when you buy the device, you're gonna buy it. So right now, if you guys know the current scenario, Cisco is moved to SmartNet accounts, right?
Okay.
I hope
Yeah.
everyone knows.
Yeah.
So everything is now through the SmartNet contracts. So
Correct.
now when you buy the device from Cisco, they're gonna ship the device with some initial DNS, DSCP information. Okay. So your router knows from where it needs to go to take the configuration. Okay. So we have a class for it. Okay. It is not like in one class I can tell you, there is a whole process for it.
Yeah. So basically,
Okay.
internet is needed.
Right. So any of the physical connectivity is needed. Okay.
Okay.
It can be internet, it can be MPLS, it can
Yeah.
be 4G LTE, anything.
Yeah.
Or
Sure.
else if you want, you will have a option of pushing your configuration via USB as well. Okay. If you want to put it so there is a security constraint in your region and you don't want to take the configuration, you can push the configuration through USB device. So that is also a option. Okay. Okay, so this is related to deployment and workforce. Again, the other concept is now you can centrally manage, centrally configure, centrally troubleshoot every SD-WAN device of your network, okay, whether it is 10,000 sites or 20,000 sites or 50,000 sites. So then you need a less workflows to manage it, okay, because from the central location, you can set it everything.
Sir, I just want to add one thing here. If like there are some NMS, okay, if we add the devices into the NMS by using the SNMP protocol, so they have the option that you can create the script, okay, you can create the template and you can push there. So many NMS, we can also push the configuration, even you can create OSPF VLAN RIP, so you can also push from there. So it's also possible. Thank you.
Right. Yes, so that is from NMS. It can possible here. They deeply integrated into the controller. So here the configuration is again in the completely centralized way, and it is very easy to configure and access. Okay, even from a very basic GUI interface, you can configure everything. Okay, then failover issue I already tell you. If any of your link goes fail, it can automatically shift to any other link. Okay. Load balancing you can do. Okay. And here the load balancing, I can combine it with one more advanced feature, which is not application aware. Okay. So here your SD-WAN edge devices are application aware. So what do you mean by application aware? Application aware means they're gonna do DPI, which is deep packet inspection up to layer 7. So now these devices know which traffic is going through them. Okay. So for example, if it is like even I can tell you up to a level where, for example, you are from your site, your WhatsApp traffic is going. Okay. So this level it can go. Your WebEx traffic is going. Your Zoom meeting is traffic is going. Okay. Your what is the other devices, other applications. So again, there are a lot of applications, around 5 to 10,000 applications right now there in the database. So they are know which traffic it is going through the device. Okay. So now you can do the load balancing on the application level as well. Okay. So I want my Zoom or Teams traffic to go via MPLS link. Okay. And I want my WhatsApp traffic to go via internet link. Okay. So I can configure a policy so that application wise also my traffic will go automatically select the links. Okay. So I can do load balancing, but here I can do load balancing on a very much application level. Okay. Then CPU, RAM, HDD utilization. So these are, so SD-WAN devices are optimized in a highway and you have lot of choices to select so that you will have a less CPU utilization or HDD utilization. Manageability, again, centralized management you will have. So it is very easy to manage all the devices. Okay. Even from the centralized controller, you can take SSH of any device. Okay. You don't need to log in to go anywhere to access such a device. Okay. I will just show you just a second. Scalability. So any site you can up within some hours. Okay. You can put it and then it is highly scalable. Okay. Your one we manage can handle up to 2000 devices, and then you can instantly run up the another vManage instance, and then it's gonna add your devices like that way. QoS here, they run it into 8 queues, okay, which it very easy to configure. Okay, you can do end-to-end QoS over the Ipsec tunnel as well. So we have a complete dedicated lab for configuring the QoS, and it is very easy here to configure your QoS on the WAN environment. Security, guys, I already told you IPsec is one of the things which cannot do it. Apart from that, there is security which is present through certificates. So these are PKI certificates, public key infrastructure certificates, through which every device which gonna join your SD-WAN network, it should have a valid certificate. Only then it will be able to join. Okay. Otherwise, it will not be able to join your network. So this valid certificate is gonna give Cisco is gonna there are different methods of getting it. Okay, so I have a complete dedicated 2 hours class of how to configure the certificates and all that stuff with the scratch. Okay, so no security knowledge needed. Okay, then after that, my monitoring and troubleshooting is again, we will have a centralized monitoring and centralized troubleshooting. Okay, so we will have a centralized troubleshooting tool through which you can do troubleshooting. Okay, so there are a lot of advantages of using the SD-WAN in your environment. Okay, so let me now show you the dashboard. Just a second. So this is the vManage controller that we are having in our lab environment. Okay, so let me show you the topology. So now you are aware of basics. So today tomorrow I gonna talk about in more detail about the controllers, why we all use it. Okay, but let me explain you now with the topology. Let me take it on. Okay. Okay, guys. So here on the left hand side, alpha HQ side, you will see the three controllers. Okay, so this is one controller which is vManage, which is gonna manage everything. Okay, then this is gonna be vBond, which is another controller. This is gonna be another controller. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about these two controllers. Okay, then this is our CA server, which is gonna responsible of generating and controlling the certificates in your SD-WAN environment. Okay. Then these are our providers. So this is a MPLS circuit, 4G circuit, internet circuit. Okay, so this is 4G and internet is basically the same type of circuit. It's just like we have differentiated two different internet circuits. Okay, and then you will have on the edges on your sides. So these are different sides from beta, eta, gamma, delta. So you will have the edge devices. Okay, these are the SD-WAN capable devices. Okay, so there are two type of devices. One is V edge, another one is C edge. We're gonna talk about tomorrow about these devices, but these are my edge devices which gonna build the SD-WAN tunnel. Okay, which I am highlighting in the red. Okay, and then on the back end we are having our site LAN everywhere. Okay, so this is here, this is here. This is our complete LAN of sites. So I've deployed like different sites for different things. Okay. And then this is our ASA for if you want direct internet access or centralized internet access, we also gonna cover those scenarios. Okay. So this is how it's gonna set it up. Okay. This is if you see HQ1 alpha, this is a normal router, okay, which is not running SD-WAN code. Okay, this is a simple device. If you want to put, you can also put edge device here as well. But again, we're going to talk about why we not put it or why we put it. So let me show you. So vManage is the main controller which is going to manage everything. Okay. So vManage, we will have access. Okay. GUI access. So I have it here. So this is the GUI access look like. Okay. This is the main dashboard where it's going to show you, okay, how many vSmarts you are having, how many WAN edges you are having, uh, how many are up, how many are down. So I put it down intentionally to show you like if anything is goes down, how it's gonna show you. Okay, so I have this site eta 1 or beta 1 which is unreachable. Okay, and then this is my another controller. This is my this controller. Okay, what is the reboot time? Okay, what is your full WAN connectivity, where you will have a partial WAN connectivity, where you don't have the no WAN connectivity. Okay, like this site, I don't have the connectivity. So everything you can see it. How it
So
gonna take?
so partial WAN
Yes,
connectivity means some of your transport is done like internet or MPLS, right?
yes. So every site is not reachable via every transport.
Okay, got it.
Yes. So that is the thing. Okay, then your traffic, how it is going through the sites between our other links. So right now this is a lab environment. That's why it is showing Mbps. Otherwise it's going to show you in Gbps and all. Okay, so this is going to tell you the health. What are the normal edges? What is warning? All that stuff. Then this is going to be transport health. Transport health. So right now we're not having any traffic. So that's why on the MPLS internet, everything it is showing 0. Then this is the average latency. Right now it is showing you average loss, average jitter. Okay, so on every circuit it's gonna tell you what is the average latency and all that stuff. Then top applications who are using your traffic right now, we don't have using anything. Okay, how many are the total edges you are having in the network, how many you deployed, authorized. Okay, if you put anything in staging, means you do the configuration but your edge is not started up or device is not plugged to the internet or any other thing, then it is showing in the staging stage. Okay, so this is the main dashboard. After that you will have a monitor field where you can do all the monitoring. Okay, so geographically it's gonna show you everything. Okay, so right now my all the devices it is showing on a single location. Okay, but in main, if you are like in your environment, what are the different devices wherever it is configured, it's gonna show you all those. Okay, then you can add so this is a network. Okay, so which are the devices which are reachable or not. And one more interesting thing here is this BFD is a protocol which is known as bi-directional forwarding detection. So what it's gonna do instantly, if any of the link goes down anywhere, okay, it's gonna detect it and it's gonna bring down the circuit. Okay, so you don't need to wait or it will not create any black hole. Okay, so this is how it's gonna work.
And is
If
that
you have a,
irrespective? And is that
yes,
irrespective of the transport?
yes, it is
Okay.
irrespective of your transport and it is automatically configured like IPsec, so you don't need any configuration. As soon as your circuit is up, IPsec and BFD gonna start working over it. Okay, then so these are the alarms events of what is happening in your network. Okay, so those things, it's gonna audit log, ACL log, all the stuff. Then we're gonna, this is the main tab, which is a configuration tab where we're gonna configure our devices. Okay, so these are some of our devices, some of our controllers. We're gonna do all in very much detail about all these things. Okay, it is just the GUI I'm gonna showing you. Okay, what are the edge which are valid. Okay, so this is having a valid certificate. So here you can see this is having valid devices. Then you can, if you have a network design topology in Excel Visio, you can also add it or you can create your own design topology here. Okay, then this I'm talking about, which is template. Okay, so you can create a lot of templates for configurations like this is from the last class. Okay, so I've created a BGP template, OSPF template, Edge interface template, VPN templates, okay, vSmart templates. So we're gonna configure bunch of templates, okay, and then we're gonna reuse it. So you can see like this template, I am using it on four devices which are attached to this template, ETA 1, ETA 2, and all that stuff. Okay, then we will configure the policies, how I need to send. So this is my policy for direct internet access. This is if I want to leak a traffic from one VPN to another. Okay, so we have done a lot of policies. So
Like we are doing in MPLS in case of MPLS, right? For
yes, so again, these
RD and
are,
RTA.
so basically you can say traffic engineering. For that we are doing the policies.
Okay.
Okay, then if you want to configure the security stuff, you can do the security configuration, cloud on RAM for SaaS, as all that stuff you can configure it. Okay, then you have a tool. Okay, so as I am talking about, from for example, I need to take SSH of this edge device, which is on my Zeta site. Okay, so this is my Zeta site device. I am sitting here on the vManage. Okay, so I can take SSH of any device just with just one click. I don't need to do anything. Okay, so you can take the SSH. Okay, so you can see the things, all that stuff. Then if you want to rediscover your network, you can do it. Operational commands, if you want to run, you can run it. Okay, like reset interface, logged user reset, all that admin tag command. Okay, this is like your show tag support command. You understand it. Okay, then you can do the complete upgrade of any of your edge device directly from here. Okay, you can just select your device and you can upgrade its image. So you don't need to go to any of the device to do the upgradation and all. You can also do it for your controllers. you can do it for your WAN edges, all that stuff. You can reboot any of your device from here directly. You can put all the security features. So there it is having some some security features like application firewall, intrusion prevention, URL filtering, advanced malware protection, and DNS security. Okay, so these things you can configure it. Then settings are for the settings of your vManage and all. So these are administrative settings that you can do. Okay. And then vAnalytics. So vAnalytics is having a different license. It's going to show you analytics in more detailed ways. So let me show you one more thing. Okay, so this is my Zeta Edge device. I can see the applications which are running and taking the usage of the bandwidth. Okay, I can select the hour, 1 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour or custom graph, whatever you want. You can select the interfaces over which it is going, your traffic is going. Okay, so it is just taking 10 20 kbps, which is a control plane traffic only. We're not sending any other traffic. Okay, then you can see right now on my Zeta site. This is my Zeta site. I have a internet circuit, I have a MPLS, I have a 4G LTE circuits. I have all the three circuits. So you can see MPLS, internet, 4G, all the circuits which are running, admin state, operational state, your MTU, your speed, everything it's gonna show you. Okay. Then what if you configure the QS, it's gonna show you the QS things. Okay, by default it is having 8 queues. Which queue is taking traffic, how much traffic, all that stuff you can do it. So on in labs, we're gonna configure all these things. Then WAN throughput. This is for your TCP optimized traffic. Your flows, okay, your top talkers. Also, you can see what are the top talkers in your application. Then this is related to your circuit. Okay, what are the circuits? On every circuit, how much is the jitter? How much is the latency you are getting right now? How much is the loss you are getting right now? Okay, you can configure it as a real time, so it's gonna automatically tell you the real time through it. Then over the tunnels that you have created, so these many tunnels it's gonna create automatically, so you can see all the. So you have two options. You can by default it's gonna configure IPsec for you, but if you want, you will have a GRE option as well. Okay, so GRE tunnel also you can configure if you want. What is the difference between GRE and IPsec, guys? Anyone know?
So can I ask a question quickly? So are
Yes,
you
tell me.
meaning to say that under the hood and by default the SD the controller and the vEdge devices establish an IPsec tunnel under the
So
hood by default, right?
yes, and not with the controller, even with the direct sites. Your data plane is always directly. Okay, your control plane is through the controller, but your data plane is always forward directly.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So
between the site, if you have a circuit, then that directly it's gonna shift the traffic.
okay, got it. And then what you're saying is we have the option to choose between whether we do
IP,
IPsec or GRE.
GRE, right? So by default, when you start it, it's gonna automatically configure your tunnel for IPsec. If you want, you can change it to GRE.
Yeah, and I think in most cases, in most companies, will probably prefer IPsec for the encryption.
Yes,
But I've actually
definitely.
seen examples where, hey, GRE is a
Mm,
better option because they don't want the overhead. They don't want the
right.
encryption overhead when considering voice and video.
Right. So definitely right now, if you in your environment, if you are not using SD-WAN, and so at least you are running something over internet, right? So there, if you are running over internet and if you are running without encryption, so definitely with the IPsec also you can use, with the SD-WAN also you can use GRE and you can run it with less overhead, right?
Another question I have for you is, so because I'm trying to wrap my head around the main benefit of SD-WAN when considering like an enterprise that not only has connectivity to multiple remote facilities, but also to different cloud providers.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and like for example, if I have two offices, two branch offices, and the collaboration tool is WebEx, right? Should they be considering SD-WAN when connecting to WebEx, or should that be treated as a completely separate
Yes, so you can
connection?
connect to your cloud providers as well, whether that is a SaaS or whether that is a IaaS.
Understood.
Okay. Okay. And even the controllers that you are having here, these controllers you can also put in your cloud. Okay. If you don't want to put it on your premises in your data centers, you can also put these controllers in the cloud. You will have that option as well.
Is the premise to putting the controller in the cloud so that it's more centralized to all the locations?
Yes. And you can have a multiple controllers for multiple locations to provide redundancy and fault tolerance as well.
Got it.
Okay, that options you also having.
And the overlay, can I ask one more question? I apologize for
please.
the hundreds of questions, but the overlay, the overlay network, is that pre-configured as well, or is that something we get to decide?
So
and is that overlay routable or no?
Yes. So it is routable, but we need to configure the things.
Got it. Okay. So like an old traditional, traditional DM VPN, it'd be like a tunnel interface.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want to, what you want to run, you want to go with static routing, you want to go with OSPF, you want to go with BGP, your choice. You can configure it. So we're gonna see the different options to how to configure it.
Hello, sir. This is Satyajit. I have a quick question. Can I ask?
Satish, just give me 2 minutes. I'm just overing with this one, and then we're gonna do the question and answer round. Okay, just give me 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, guys. So it's gonna create. So this is we're gonna talk about tomorrow. What is DLS, TTLS? So this is the tunnels. It's gonna create over these ports. So in your firewalls, you need to open the ports. Okay. And then so it's gonna show you how it's gonna create the tunnels. So it's gonna create the tunnels with your controllers as well between the sites as well. Okay, so these are control connection tunnels. Okay, which is in the control plane, not in the data plane. Okay, then you can see any device system status. Okay, you can see its CPU, memory, everything. You can see its crash reports, power supply, fans, modules, temperature, everything. You can see it here. Okay, and then the last thing here is troubleshooting and real time. Okay, so troubleshooting, you will have some options like ping, trace route, control connections, live view. Okay, simulate flows. You can simulate a particular flow over a particular interface so that you can know how your traffic is going, from where it is going, what is the latency and all that stuff. Okay, so let me show you one example. So for example, from this side, which is Zeta side, if I want to reach a particular network. So right now this whole topology is configured. That's why I'm able to reach it. But for you, when we're gonna start our batch, I'm gonna configure this thing from the scratch. Okay, so just a second. Okay, so from this Zeta side, if I want to reach Gamma site, okay, so this is one subnet which is 192.168.15.0 that I need to reach. So how I gonna reach it? So let me show you. Okay, so this is my Zeta device. It is, so again, I'm gonna tell you about VPNs in class. Do not worry about it right now. So 0x1, let me see. 0x1 is my MPLS circuit. Oh, okay. This is my source IP. Destination is gonna be, for example, 192.168.15 dot, or let me take some another one, which is okay.
And
so 27. 27.50, which is here. Yes.
And while you're doing this, this is essentially similar to like DMVPN phase 3 too, right? Where Zeta doesn't need to go back to headquarters. Zeta does not need to go back to headquarters to get back to the other branch, right?
Okay, but here there is a difference. This is a simulation. Okay, this is a flow simulation which you can do to check whether you are having a connectivity or not. Okay, and so this is how from 20.111 it gonna, if it is reaching to a particular interface, it is gonna show you, okay, this is how I am getting it till there. If I go from a particular VPN, so now you can see it. Okay, so now see, let me show you from where to where I am going. So I am going from this switch, okay, from this site, which is my LAN site. So I am simulating a traffic, okay, to see from which circuit I am able to reach from my Zeta site to Delta site, okay. So this is how it's going to show you, okay, you can reach it via base internet, you can reach it via your LTE circuit, you can reach it via your MPLS circuit. So right now I am having all the three paths through which I can reach to it, okay. So this is troubleshooting, then ping, trace route also you can do it. For example, let's take 192.168.25.50. Okay, so you can see that 126, we are going from here, which is from 120 dot here, 126.50, and then we are reaching to 125.50. Okay, so let me tell you from where to where we are going. Let me open in Paint. Okay, so we are simulating the traffic from here. We are starting the traffic from here. Okay, and then through any of the circuit. Okay, so let's assume through this circuit we are going, and then we are reaching here. Okay, and then from here we are going to here. Okay, so this is we are doing, but you can see only two hops. Okay, you will not see the service provider network. Why are you not able to see the service provider network? Can anyone tell me?
So only the overlays IPs would be seen over there, right?
Yes, because after this device, edge device, and this edge device, Delta device and Zeta, which I have highlighted in black, everything is overlay. Okay, everything is tunnel. So this is a point-to-point circuit. Okay, so you will see only one circuit. Again, there are options to see how which circuit it is taking. Okay, which are the advanced commands that I'm gonna run in the lab to show you what circuit it is taking to send the traffic to. Okay, so we can see that thing as well. Okay, guys, so this is what we do. Then control connections, if you're having any issue in any of the control connection, control plane, you can troubleshoot it directly from the device. Okay, so these all the things we can do it. Okay, so right now I'm having these controllers which are present. So we're gonna do a lot of troubleshooting as well as a part of this course. This course is based on 30% of the theory part and 70% are the lab practicals that we're gonna do it. Okay, so this is and real time. Okay, so this is my Zeta 1 device. Okay, and then Zeta 1 device, I can see any information which is configured into the device. Like, so for example, if you want to see the routing table, so what is the command for our routing table?
So IP route.
Show IP route. Okay, so here you don't need to use the show keyword. Okay, you just need to type IP route, and when you do it, it's gonna show you the routing table of the device. Okay, so this is the routing table. It is running on one protocol which is known as OMP. We're going to talk about this protocol, overlay management protocol. Okay, this is like your B OSPF, AIGRP, BGP. So again, SD-WAN has its own protocol which is OMP. Okay, so this is how my particular site is reachable over which circuit, okay, which tunnel, whether it is indirect circuit or direct circuit. So again, everything it's gonna show you in the routing table. So I'm gonna explain in the course or in our detailed class how to look this routing table. So any of the configuration you can check it out. Okay, so BFD sessions, if you want to see, you can see it directly. So you don't even need to log into the device to do the check the configuration or to do the configuration. Okay, so anything you can do it, check it. Okay, so this is related to real time and all. Your PGP is not running. So lot of commands are there. Everything you can check. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Tomorrow we're gonna um, deep dive into more into controllers, how we're gonna use it, and what is the need of certificates, all that stuff. Okay, so now it's time for 10-15 minutes. We will have a question answer time. So those you are having question related to course content, related to anything which I taught today, any question you can ask, guys. So tell me.
Yes, this is
Yes.
Satyajit. So I
Yes.
have a question. I have little bit knowledge about the Velo Cloud SD-WAN. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this in Velo Cloud SD-WAN, we usually connect the Velo Cloud edge in the stock site, and we have IPsec tunnel to the Velo Cloud gateway. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, the edge is creating the IPsec tunnel with whom? We manage, or exactly what? Exactly
So
with
it
whom?
gonna create the tunnel directly with the site, different site.
Okay, okay, okay. So another thing is that as you mentioned that it monitors the link, and in Velo Cloud it monitors the link by sending the traffic to the Velo Cloud gateway. So if
Mm-hmm.
it finds some latency and jitter, then dynamically it shift I mean, it load balance the traffic for that
Mm-hmm.
particular destinations. Is in the Cisco environment, is that possible? So we can load balance the traffic specific
Yes. So
URL.
here, this is what the BFD will do for you. Okay, you will have a BFD protocol, which is bi-directional forwarding detection, where it gonna do the checking of your link, and as soon as it get it, it gonna shift the traffic automatically.
Yeah, my question is to whose destinations it forwards some traffic to check. What is the destinations?
So again, your BFD sessions is again gonna be for your IPsec tunnel. Okay, wherever it is the IPsec tunnel, it gonna create a circuit. It will BFD
Okay,
session over it.
got it, got it.
Okay, you can see it here from source IP. Okay, which is one of your edge IP to the another IP. Okay, directly it is creating a BFD session over the MPLS circuit.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so this
So
is my one site IP. This is my another site IP. There is no controller in between.
correct. So another thing I just want to know. In Velo Cloud, we call it as orchestrator. From orchestrator, we push the
Mm,
template to the Velo Cloud edge. In this case, what is the
mm.
orchestrator? It is
So here
vMan.
the orchestration is vBond. Okay,
Okay,
but
okay,
your configuration and template is going to be go through vmanage. Vbond is having a different role here, which we're going to talk about. But in case of zero touch provisioning, we're going to push our templates through vBond only.
okay, sir. Okay, thanks, thanks.
Yeah. So guys, those who don't know, Velo Cloud is a solution by VMware for the SD-WAN environment. Okay,
So
guys, anyone having any other question?
sorry, I forgot to ask another question. In Velo Cloud, we have link steering and link remediation. So similar features here also available.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Link.
A link steering and a link remediation, backhaul traffic, if
Mhm.
I mean sort of a lower perspective.
Yes, so here also you can do the steering and all that stuff.
Okay, sir. Okay, thanks for your.
Mm. Okay, guys. Any other question, guys? Anyone having related to course? So this class is from every Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. IST. 2 hours class. Course gonna ends in 1.5 months. Okay, between 1.5 months. Anyone having any other question related to lab access or any other thing? You can ask. Feel free to ask. After 5 minutes, I'm gonna close the link. All good, guys? Yes, Sag, you will get the record. So again, every session is gonna be recorded, and we're gonna give you the network journey portal access. Okay, in that portal access, once the recorded is processed within 4 and 5 hours, you will get the link. Okay, so after you can assume like 6 to 8 hours. After 6 to 8 hours, you will get the it will be live on the portal. Okay, so you can see the recording on the portal. So it is gonna be around 30 hours training, not 20. And the course content, you can either check it on our website or directly on the Cisco ENSTWI. You can open that course and whatever is there, that is the complete course content. So version is we're gonna use 19.3.3 something. Yes, Sarthak, you can ask the question here if not able to unmute yourself. Those who are not able to unmute yourself, you can type your question in the chat, or backend team kindly provide access to everyone now to unmute themselves. So it is just like n-1 version, which is not latest, but one less than latest. So again, that is also a Cisco recommendation to use the n-1 only. Yes, David, tell me.
Yes, Shank. My question is this: with the SD-WAN, we never need more monitoring application like Zabbix, SolarWinds, and so on.
If you want, you can do it, but again, you can do the complete monitoring through SD-WAN itself directly.
Okay, that's good. Yes.
Okay, so there is no prerequisite for SD-WAN. Okay, at the basic thing that you need it is only knowledge of IP addressing and all that stuff, like how to configure the IP address, what is the IP address, okay, what are the protocols. So protocol, I can say like what is OSPF, that is on a very basic level. Okay, why we use OSPF, why we use BGP, that's the very basic thing. So not advanced knowledge, although I can take everything from the scratch.
Okay.
Hello.
Even if you are not CCNA, that is also okay.
Question?
Yes, James.
Yes. How do you control? Let's say two engineers are doing the configuration on the SD-WAN on the VMAN. How do you control that one?
So there is a locking mechanism feature. Okay. So once a particular user is doing the configuration, then a lock is applied, and then once it's done with the configuration, the lock is removed. Okay.
But to configure everything in the SD-WAN, do we need also to have some knowledge about servers?
So about knowledge about servers. Okay, so no,
something like this.
nothing like that. I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do the installation of certificates, okay, on the Microsoft server. So that is again from the scratch. I'm gonna show you nothing you don't need to know. Anyways, that in your production environment, that certification part is a different team which is gonna do for you.
Okay, great.
Okay, yes, Purnam. Okay, anyone having any other question, guys, before we wrap up?
But Sean, for those who are in CCNP like Mike, I'll be continuing my CCNP and CCIE. For example, CCIE on Saturday and Sunday. I will continue and having also SD-WAN different hours, different times.
Yes, yes, you can do it.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so there is a link, okay, for the enrollment. Those who want to enroll, you can enroll it, okay. And also, if you miss any part, you can check the course on the YouTube, okay. This session is also already recorded and it is also live on the YouTube. So after the meeting is ended, you will see it on YouTube if you missed anything. Please provide course content details along with you. So there is no Cisco vouchers giving for the exam from our side, Sarthak. So I'm gonna explain you all this, Sarthak, between the sites or between vManager sites. What are the tunnels? We will have a dedicated class for it. Okay, this is the number, enrollment, pricing, all that stuff is already shared in the chat. Let me type it once again. Okay, you can WhatsApp on this number. Online training @networkjourney.com is the email over which you can also email it. Okay, so this is the day one of our course, and then tomorrow I'm gonna explain the controllers and all that stuff. Okay, so tomorrow at the same time, 6 p.m. IST, you can do it. If you want to, watch this thing, this is the YouTube link that I have provided in the chat. Okay, guys. So thanks a lot for joining today. Let's meet again tomorrow, where we're gonna discuss in further. Okay, and this is, and then we're gonna continue our class on every weekend from 6 to 8 IST. Okay, that is on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks, Sean. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.